You're live.
Okay, according to YouTube, we are live. While folks are getting logged in, welcome to the LastingBuild channel. My name is Jim, and I'm a hobby woodworker, and I've been looking forward to do a live stream for quite a long time, but I didn't know how to do it, and I wasn't sure how I would do it. So anyhow, welcome. I've got Carmen here with me today.
Hi.
My oldest daughter. She's going to help me keep up with the comments. And I've got Arrow in the floor. So what do we do today?
What? Oh, we went hiking.
So we have been social distancing and taking it really seriously. So today, for the most part, we've been staying at home for the most part, except when I go to work. But today we got a chance to go hiking, and we went to a local waterfall about 30 minutes away and stayed plenty of distance away from everybody. So I think that would count for social distancing.
And Arrow got to go.
And we took Arrow, and he went got to go swimming in the creek, and he seemed to really enjoyed it. He was really dirty and got the car really dirty as well. So looks like some folks are starting to log in. David, hello, welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming.
Said hi.
And welcome Blake. Thanks for showing up as well. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is our first live stream. We've never done one before. I have been making YouTube videos now since May of 2018. So it'll be 2 years in May, and have never made a live stream before. I had no idea how to do it. I don't have any internet in my woodworking shop, so I didn't know if I was even able to make a live stream, and then I realized that I can just use my cell phone. So if the quality is a little bit subpar, please forgive me. I'm not, this is the first one, and we did a little bit of a dry run today with my brother, and it looked pretty good, so we decided to go ahead and move ahead. Can you guys hear me okay with the audio? I've got my lavalier mic on. Let me know in the comments if the audio is not okay. So I wanted to, awesome David, thank you for letting me know. I wanted to give you guys a chance to ask any questions that you would like. Oftentimes, hey little Al, thank you. Dexter, Butler, thank you. Kevin said, how old are you? I'm 39. I turned 39 last week, actually. And my wife is 39. And how old are you, Carmen?
I'm 11.
And Carmen's 11. Frank, hello, from California. How's things in California, Frank? You doing okay? I know that California has a lot of cases of coronavirus, especially in the big cities. So hopefully you're doing okay there. Kevin from Indiana, welcome. Frank, welcome. So anyhow, I started making videos in May of 2018, and was really excited to make that first video. I think I uploaded at the end of May, and I was thinking that I was gonna hit go, and it was gonna generate millions of views. Blake, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. So for super chats, all that, any revenue that comes in from the live stream. In fact, I have committed actually from the beginning, as far as the channel goes, any revenue that the channel generates goes directly back into the channel. So it allows me to to buy items so I can have them in the shop, or to show them on video. And any revenue that the channel generates is all gone back into the channel. So anyhow, just to let you know, thanks Blake for that though. Where were we at?
One person said, how do you decide what to build?
Most of the time I just build whatever I really want to build. Sometimes I pick projects that I think people would like to see, but most of the time I just build the things that I want to build, and I try to make it into a decent video. I always strive to make quality videos with quality camera work and quality sound and quality lighting. I've gone back and watched some of the original videos I made, and they're certainly far from stellar, but I think my goal is on every video that I make for it to be better than the last, and certainly it's not always easy to do that, but that's at least my goal. So sometimes I make videos based on comments people make, and but most of the time it's just whatever I really want to do, and I try to tailor it around a video if I can. I don't film everything I do. I just don't have time to do that, but I certainly try to build things that people would enjoy seeing, and that go from there. So. Did I miss any more comments?
No. I
Okay.
don't think so.
So anyways, I was talking about from the get-go of the channel, I made that first video, and I was thinking that it was going to get 1 million views within a week or something, and I think it got like 12 views in like 2 days or something like that. So that didn't work out too good. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank, very much. I really appreciate that. So, but that first video got, I think, like 12 views in the first 24 hours, and then it might have got like 4 or 5 views the next day, and 4 or 5 views the next day. And I think my son was probably like at least half of those views. So anyhow, now when I make a new video, oftentimes it'll get 1,000 views in the first 12 hours, which is really amazing to me, that I can make a video and it get all those views so quickly. It really blows my mind. It's amazing that I can be talking to someone all across the world right now, or I can be building something and sharing it with you guys, and all you guys see it. That's really, really neat. So, am I missing other ones?
Blake said, when are you gonna build the pallet wood guitar?
So my brother wants to build an electric guitar out of pallet wood. And for you guys that have been around the channel for a while, I've got a stockpile of pallet wood that I planed and dimensioned. It's all square and everything. And so anyways, let me know if you guys would like to see a pallet wood electric guitar. I think that would be pretty neat. So I think we missed one.
Someone said, where are you?
Oh, we're in Middle Tennessee, a little bit south of Nashville. I think there was one other about French cleats. So I have made a lot of videos about French cleats, and in fact, I think the most popular video on the channel is a French cleat video. I think it was the original video I made on the French cleats, and I think it has over maybe 230,000 views right now, which is really incredible. The French cleat videos have been a really big hit for the channel, and a lot of the subscribers that we have come from those French cleat videos. So I remember I built the French cleats long before I really started the channel, but I made a video really just sort of touring them, or giving a tour of the cleats, and it did really, really well. Someone asked if we were close to the Smoky Mountains. I'm sorry, guys. When you leave a comment, it stays for maybe like, I don't know, like 10 or 15 seconds, and it goes away. I'm going to have to figure out how to make those pop back up.
Oh, wait, no, they said they lived next to the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
In East Tennessee.
Okay, so let's see. We'll come better prepared next time, but the comments are leaving the screen kind of rapidly, so I'm trying to keep up with them as we go. But yeah, that's awesome. We usually go to the Great Smokies at least once a year for fall break, and we've hiked a whole lot of the trails up in the Great Smokies. Dexter Butler said that he found the page when searching for French cleats, which is pretty cool. I think if you Google French cleat tool, one of our videos is is like #2 in the Google search, which is just completely incredible, really. I think that's the video that got all those views. But I've definitely got a lot more French cleat projects I want to do, and I'm getting kind of close to being out of shop space here, though. So we're going to get creative in some way to keep making French cleat cabinets. So I'm working on something behind the scenes that I haven't talked about yet, and I'm working on starting a website, and we're gonna have some plans available for some of the French cleat cabinets. So right now, the circular saw cabinet from a recent video about a month ago, it'll be the first one that I'll upload, and so those will be available on the website when I get that started, and I'll let everybody know once I get the website up and running. So Michael said, I just started watching wood videos today. Well, welcome to woodworking, Michael, and hopefully you've seen some of our videos. Other questions? If you didn't see my video from last week, talking about how healthcare facilities are in desperate need of masks and rubber gloves and face shields, please check that out. And I would really appreciate if you guys shared that with, with whomever you know that might be able to help out. So I'd appreciate that. Michael said he's seen a few of our videos, so that's cool. So what else?
That's all the comments that I saw.
Where's Arrow?
You can talk about Arrow.
So how many of you guys have seen Arrow in the videos?
I don't know where he is.
Arrow likes to come to the shop, and when I'm woodworking, and I actually got him a pair of earmuffs to protect his ears recently, and I had him wearing mine for a while, and they didn't fit too good, so I found some on Amazon and I bought him a pair. So he doesn't like wearing them very much, but he definitely doesn't. I think he appreciates not having the loud noises when he's out here in the shop. So Arrow is a sheepadoodle, which is a mix between an English sheepdog and a poodle, and we actually were fortunate to get him. He was rehomed to us from someone we knew who had gotten him from a breeder in Oklahoma, and her son actually was allergic to him. So we found out that she wasn't going to be able to keep him, so we were fortunate enough to get him, and we've had him now for coming up on a year, and he's been a great addition to our household. So he's probably around 70 pounds right now. I think he's probably about as tall as he's going to get, but he's probably going to put on some more weight, I would suspect. So he'll continue to be in the videos. I think he likes being out here with me. So we've had him in obedience training recently, and we've been teaching him to leash walk and teaching him to sit and stand, and probably the best trick he's doing right now is leave it, where you can put a treat on his paw, and he will not take that treat because he knows if he doesn't take it, he gets something better. So he'll leave it on his paw, and then he gets a treat if he does it, and that's pretty neat. So
I think Arrow's sleeping.
yeah, I think Arrow's tired because we took him hiking today, and he got to swim and play in the creek, and I think he was pretty tired after hiking about a mile. So Michael, I agree, you need a dog for sure. We had a wiener dog for 15 years. We got her just before my wife and I got married, and she died in 2018, and it wasn't very much fun not having a dog around. So I didn't catch the name, but someone asked if we were going to build a timber frame cabin, and that's you probably seen the video a few months ago where we introduced that. That's certainly the plan. I think it's on a little bit of hold right now with everything that's going on around. I'm still trying to get the shed built behind us here. It's going to give me some storage, and the kids are going to have a place to kind of play and hang out. So once I get that done, then we'll start thinking about the cabin. Michael said that the audio is good, so thank you, Michael. The biggest hand plane that I have is the Stanley number 7. This is what I use for my joiner plane. I bought it off eBay a year or 2 ago, and it really didn't need any restoring. I just sharpened the iron. But this is my joiner plane, and it does a pretty good job. You can get a number 8. I think you can even get a 9 and a 10, but this seems to be all that I've really needed for joining. The longer the plane, the easier it is to get that edge really flat, and really the face flat too. Because if you think about it, like the shorter the bottom, it's going to follow all those undulations in the wood, and that makes it harder to get it flat. So the longer the bed of the plane, the easier it is to get the wood flat. So, but the number 7's worked really good, and that's the biggest one that I have. I'd love to have a joiner, a power joiner, and maybe one day I will. I just don't have room for it, and they're pretty pricey. And the ones you get at your local home center just are, I don't know. I mean, you only get it like 6 inches of width usually, in a very short bed. So I don't know that it would be any better than using my hand plane. Maybe one of these days I can. I'd love to have like a 12-inch joiner. That'd be really nice to have. I do like to work with reclaimed material and rough sawn material, and if you're going to do that, you really need a power planer, and you really need a joiner to mill that material up and turn it into usable lumber. So hopefully in the future we'll get one of those. Maybe even an old one we could restore. I don't know. Questions? Any more questions? I didn't come with much of an agenda. I thought that we could probably just get by tonight with just a lot of questions. So this is actually day 14 or 15 of the social isolation for us. The kids have been out of school now for that amount of time. We're staying away from everybody. We're taking it really seriously. The only difference is I go to work, and because of my work, I definitely come in contact with patients that are sick. So I pretty much just come in the house, go straight to the bathroom, and take my clothes off, put them in the washer, go straight to the shower. I'm really afraid to expose my family to the virus. So I'm trying to do the best I can to do that. David Connor, I did see your comment. Thank you for joining. Good to hear from you, buddy. Somebody said, sorry to catch your name. Would I recommend starting a woodworking YouTube channel? And yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a lot of fun for sure. It's hard work. It's harder than I thought it was going to be. I definitely wouldn't do it for the money, because I don't think you're going to make a lot of money doing it unless you probably have a lot of luck, and you got to really power a lot of videos out, I'm sure, as well, to make money doing it. I never did it for the money. I did it as a hobby, and a sort of a way to de-stress and just interact with other woodworkers, which is the thing that I like about it the most, is just getting the chance to build stuff and share it with you guys, and hear your comments. And then what I'd like to do too is maybe get you guys to send me some things you built, so I can share them. In the videos. I think that'd be a lot of fun to be able to share subscribers' projects with everybody else. But yeah, I think starting a YouTube channel, a woodworking YouTube channel, is a great idea. It's a lot of work. It's hard. It's hard work. It's not easy. Definitely don't do it for the money. I mean, if you would need to come into the channel, if you're going to start a channel for the money, you'd really have to have a business plan behind it, which I don't. You'd really have to have a business plan of how are you going to convert viewers and subscribers into, you know, revenue generation, which is not what I do. This is for fun. So I missed a couple.
Someone said, how often do you use your Treadle Lady?
The Treadle Lady was a lot of fun to build, and I do use it from time to time. I think the main reason I built it, number one, was to practice some of the timber frame joinery, and number two, to have a way to take it and maybe, you know, do like a show or something, or maybe be able to go and do a show somewhere where I can do a demonstration without any electricity. But yeah, I mean, I do use it from time to time. It's a little slow. It'll wear your leg out. I think my right thigh is bigger than my left from using the Treadle Lathe. But it's a lot of fun to use, and it actually works pretty good. There's also what's called a pole lathe, where you have basically a tree limb that flexes, and it actually, you know, it powers your lathe, that in your foot. And I think the Treadle Lathe is a lot more efficient in terms of turning wood without electricity. If you look at the lathes that were used in the old days, particularly Treadle Lathe type, the wheel was huge, right? So the wheel is what's actually turning your spindle. So the bigger the wheel, the faster you're turning. My filming equipment, well, right now I'm on my iPhone because I don't have electricity in my shop. So I'm on my iPhone for this video, but normally I use a Canon 80D camera. I've been using it since the very beginning, and I have a few different Manfrotto tripods that I use that are really, really quality tripods. You gotta have a good tripod to make videos, or you're gonna have a miserable time at it, because if the camera's not steady, no one's gonna watch your video, I can promise you. The audio software, or the speaker, or the microphones I use the lavalier Rode video mics, and then I also have another Rode mic that mounts to my camera that I use. But the majority of the time I'm using my lavalier mic because it gives you the best sound when you're talking. If you're videoing, like cutting or doing some kind of action, it's probably better to use the mic attached to the camera. I tried to make a video with no external mic other than what's on the camera, and it sounded terrible, so I never used that video. And then I've got an assortment of different small tripods that I can mount. I have a mount on the ceiling above me where I can get some shots from above. And then I edit videos with Final Cut Pro 10, and that's a program that's used on a Mac. It's been a pretty good program. It took a while to learn it. I learned everything I learned to make videos is on YouTube, because I don't have any background in any of this stuff. So I just watch YouTube videos and learn from other people, and that's where we are today. So what I know is what I learned from studying online. So any other things we use? I do have a GoPro as well. I don't use it very often. Maybe I'll use it a little bit more in the future, but so far I haven't used the GoPro all that much. I've had trouble with the color correction between the GoPro and the Canon. I just don't think I know how to color correct those things. It doesn't look very good. It doesn't look very good if you have one really bright and one really not bright. So, anyways, David, we went hiking today. It's spring break for the kids, so we hiked a couple miles, went to a waterfall, and took arrow swimming. So, anyhow, Hotter fan, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. I also have a drone, a Mavic Pro that I've done a little bit of filming with. I just don't film outside that much, but when I do, I try to get the Mavic in the air because it's really cool to do some of those aerial shots using that. So, David, I hope you're doing well. What other questions do you guys have? If there's things that if there's things you want to see on the channel, that I'm certainly open to having you guys request projects. I don't get a lot of people requesting projects, so I actually wish you guys would. I think it'd make it easier on me. I'm often the one trying to figure out what type of project I'm going to do next, and if there's something you guys want to see, let me know, because I'm certainly open. I'm open to ideas for sure. Sometimes it's hard to get sometimes it's hard to come up with video ideas. The quick tip videos have been fun to make on Mondays. I decided to do this instead today. But the quick tip videos have been fun to make, because I can kind of brainstorm little tips and things like that, and try to share them with you. David says, how do you store your wood stock? I have some walnuts stored in the shed behind me. I have some cedar stored in the shed behind me. I've got some pine and cherry stored in here. It's challenging. I don't have enough space in here to store the wood. And that's another reason I'm building that shed, is I'm going to have a big wall there to store wood. I'd like to get into maybe milling some of my own lumber. And then drying it. I have room here on my property that I could dry it, and then I'd have to move it into some place to store it. You really want that. You really want that lumber to acclimate to your shop as well before you use it. So I would just bring it in here probably a few weeks before I'm going to build with it. But it needs to be, it needs to be really dry before you use it. So I need more space to store wood, though, David. That's the truth of it.
Where is Arrow?
Any other questions, guys?
I think Arrow's over there.
Did I miss anybody's comment? I'm sure I probably did. Let me know if I missed anybody. I want to get everybody before. Dexter, no coffee table video. I haven't built a coffee table yet. We need to do that, though. Maybe a live edge or something. That'd be really fun. But I don't have one of those. Mm-hmm. We actually don't have a coffee table. I think my wife said that it was just something for the kids to hit their head on. That's probably true for right now. So, shop stool. No, I don't. I don't have any plans for shop stools. My woodworking shop is the building footprint's 24 by 24. This is a 80-year-old building. The walls are about a foot thick. There is a stairwell on this side of the shop, and it takes up about 5 foot of space with the wall and the stairs. So, anyways, that's so I guess we got about 22 by what, maybe 18, something like that. So, not enough. I'm sure everybody would agree. We need more space, right? Then I have 2 garage doors on this wall here, and that limits what I can put against the door. So I want to be able to, open and close those. But I don't know. I think I could use like 4 times as much space without any trouble. I don't know. The hardest thing I've found is trying to move the tripod around so I can make videos. I'm getting to the point where I can't find anywhere to put the tripod to try to get, some interesting shots. I guess I could put more mounts on the ceiling, but it's really a pain to have to get up on a ladder to, put the camera up there while I'm working. So I just need more floor space where I can get that camera tripod sitting somewhere where I can get some good footage. You got to move that camera around a lot or no one's going to watch it. If you just have the camera pointing in one direction, no one's going to watch it. I can promise you that. People's attention span's about 30 seconds max. Michael said, my only suggestion for future videos is include projects that real people would likely build. No, for sure, I agree. People want to see things that they can see themselves building. I agree for sure. And I try to do that. I want to try to mix it up and have some things harder, so I kind of want to challenge you guys to push yourself to be better, you know. If I push myself, hopefully I push you to make you want to try to build something that you maybe didn't think you could build, in other words. So, in other words, I like to try to inspire you and motivate you to try to maybe get out of your comfort zone just a little bit. The video and probably, yeah, it slows me down a lot. I'd say probably if a project was going to take an hour and a video, it's going to take 4 or 5 hours or maybe longer. And then the editing, I probably spend on average 1 to 2 hours editing a video. Sometimes longer. Some of the videos where I've done like a complete build in one video, those take a lot longer because usually I have to bring in footage from multiple days and then try to condense that and make it into a decent video. And then each shot of the video has to be super short, so you have to go through and cut those shots down and make them really short. Otherwise, no one will want to watch that. But the editing definitely takes time. But I actually enjoy the editing more than I thought I would. I do 100% of my videos, from coming up with a project to building to filming to editing, and then studying the analytics of the videos to determine what's working and what's not, and then answering all comments. So I don't have anybody helping me do that. I think the plain tilt cabinet intimidated folks a little bit, from what I could tell from watching the videos, and it was a huge challenge for me. I had to study like crazy to figure that out, how to build that, and it took a lot of time. So hopefully I'm inspiring you guys or motivating you to try something out of your comfort zone. Was that Jay Penny? Mm-hmm. Hey, Jay Penny. Did somebody ask who our favorite YouTubers were?
No.
No? I thought somebody did. Okay.
I don't think it was.
Sam, how you doing? Thank you for joining us tonight. Dylan, hey. Thanks for joining us. I thought with the social distancing and everything and people kind of being stuck at home that it might be fun to do a live stream today and give everybody something to kind of get their minds off of all the current events. I've got a couple projects going right now. I've got, I guess Dylan doesn't like steel. Yeah, I had to get some glasses a couple weeks ago. At night I was having lots of headaches, and turns out I needed some glasses for close-up vision. So anyways, welcome to 39 years old. Dylan said nightmare, mate. I guess he's talking about the glasses. I'm not sure. Yeah, headaches are definitely a pain. So actually, I thought I was gonna.
Take your hat.
I didn't think I was gonna like wearing glasses, but they haven't been so bad actually. I think it's just because I don't have headaches anymore and I can see better. So the worst thing is just having to clean them. So. Yeah, I don't have any hair. See you, Dexter. Amira says, do you consider yourself a hand tool or power tool woodworker? I'm a hybrid woodworker. I like using both. I think having power tools is good because it speeds things along. So I like to use the I like to use the power tools for the actions that would take a long time with the hand tools. But I like my projects to have that finished look with the hand tools. I like the wood to have those. You know, I like the hand tool look on the wood. So I do not know Lena Rhodes. So I consider myself a hybrid woodworker. That means you use both hand tools and power tools. All my projects are finished with hand tools.
She's a singer apparently.
Gotcha. She's a class singer. Okay. All right. Other questions, guys? Any other projects you guys would like to see? What? Remember her name so we can look it up. Right now, I am in the process of building a sawhorse.
I hang out.
The shed out back. Oh, and I also started building a blackberry trellis yesterday. So look forward to those projects coming up soon. I don't have a favorite screwdriver. I'd like to have a set of nice cabinet screwdrivers, but I don't have any. I'd like to have some. Hey, Dylan, welcome from the UK. What time is it there? Big in the UK, okay. I started woodworking, man, I started woodworking when I was a kid. I remember probably the first project I built was like a sword out of wood. And that was probably back when I was 10 or maybe even younger. And I've always had an interest in it. I've always had an interest in just building stuff. And then in college, I would build things. I'd build stuff in my spare time. And I've always enjoyed it. And then once I got out of college and got to work and everything, I was able to get some tools. So I've been woodworking probably for 10 years now, pretty seriously. And then it's gotten even more serious over the last 4 or 5 years. So I think probably the first project was a sword though out of wood. So first big tool purchase. Well, I guess it depends on what you want to do. Do you want to work mostly with hand tools? Do you want to work mostly with power tools? Most power tool woodworkers are going to buy a table saw and a miter saw first. Most hand tool woodworkers are going to buy a nice plane and a couple of good hand saws. Carmen has you've been in a couple videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
been a couple videos, but no, she doesn't help editing. Maybe she'll start that soon. So. And then I've had all my kids in some videos in the past, just a few videos. I don't ask them to be in the video. If they ask me, then I'll let them be in the video. So I don't want to, I don't want to make them do it. So, but I would be happy to let them do some editing for me. Dream purchase, yeah, probably a big woodworking shop. That last one, I didn't see that one.
It was Where Are We in America, I think.
Hey, you do it. We live in Tennessee. What car do I drive? I think I'll leave that out. I don't have a car. No, we're in Tennessee. Hey, Mathis. Bobby said, any collabs plan for when the social distancing is done? Yeah, I've reached out to a few different people about doing some collaborations, and I definitely like to do that. I've even got a few sponsored videos coming up as well. So, so yeah, some of that coming soon. Sam said he's in the UK, so the humors are different. Yeah, I can understand that. I've been to the UK one time about 20 years ago. It's a neat place. I don't sell any furniture. I don't have time to I don't have time to build stuff and sell it. And I think I probably spend way too much time on my projects to make any money. I would probably lose money if I sold them. So, or I'd be making like $1 an hour or something like that. So no, I don't sell anything. CNC. Somebody asked about CNC. I'm sorry I didn't catch who said it, but man, that would be really cool. I mean, I'd love to have a CNC. I'd also like to have a laser engraver. See you, David. Thanks for coming. I'd love to have a laser engraver and a CNC, or maybe a built-in together. But I don't have space for it. Maybe one day we will. I think somebody said, how big is that tool tote?
I think it said how it's working out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to build some muscles to carry it around. It's pretty heavy. I need to start working out more.
Someone said, is that an English sheepdog?
Do you see your kids enough? Yeah, for sure. I mean, my kids are out here with me a lot of the time, so I don't. Honestly, most of my woodworking, I work a lot of weekends and nights and things, so a lot of my woodworking is when the kids are at school. That's when I do most of my filming too. So
I think Arrow's still sleeping over there.
I think Arrow's asleep. Yeah. I have space. You do it. Says I have space for nothing. My Lincoln Electric, my Craig, are both still in their boxes. Yeah, I think having some floor space would be awesome. I mean, I'd like to be able to get the camera. I'd like to be able to get the tripod literally on all sides of say a workbench or a CNC or table saw or whatever. But it would take a lot of space to do that, for sure. Sam wants to know if he can see our house. Maybe one day. I don't know. Our house is 80 years old, and I'm not sure I want to show you all of it. House tour. I don't know. I don't know about all that. I don't think my wife would appreciate that. Jay Penny said, love your work, man. Thank you very much. Well, I certainly try to bring you guys good projects and good videos and high quality stuff, but it's not always easy. Hotter fan said, killer vids. Thank you very much. Sam said he lives in a new build in the UK. And his dad's a brain surgeon. Cool. My sawdust goes pretty much in the compost pile. So I basically just pile it up, and then during garden season, which is coming up, I usually put it in the garden. So could also use it with the chickens too. I don't know if you guys seen the chicken coop video from right about a year ago now. But we've had chickens now for almost a year, and the sawdust you could put in there as well. So in America, it is 7:43, 8:43 on the East Coast. I was thinking this live stream would probably go for 20 minutes, and I think we've over doubled the time. So I think UK is the farthest we've got away from Tennessee on this live stream. Is that right? Did I ask you? You do. The Canon 80D is the camera that I video with, and then I've got a small rig. You'll have to Google that. It's a little bracket that fits on the camera, and then I can mount like my audio to it, and I can mount like I can also mount lights and things like that to it. Africa, Sam, that's cool. How about that? What time is it in Africa? I wonder what time it is in Africa. Yeah, the 80D. The 80D is a pretty well-round camera that folks use. A lot of people on YouTube use. 3 p.m. Okay, cool. I'd like to upgrade a new camera, but I think the 80D's got more functionality than I know how to use, so I'm not sure having a newer camera would make that much difference in the videos. I don't build houses. Wish I did. Let's see. David said one more. If you had to, what would be something? Maybe something about clamps.
Yes,
I missed it.
I don't know what's even about clamps.
David, you're going to have to ask that question again. I'm sorry. I caught the beginning, but not the end. Dylan's going to send Sam some water, I think is what it said. You got to have a lot of clamps for sure, David, if you're going to do much woodwork, and you need a lot of different ones.
Sam, I will send you some wood.
And Sam's going to get some wood as well. So, all right, guys, we've been going for 45 minutes.
Eight must have clamps.
Last chance for, let's see, 8 have clamps. Well, I have all sorts of clamps. I've got pipe clamps. I've got, gosh, I think I might have to make a video on that one, David.
No, don't go.
So 46 minutes in, last call for questions. Any more questions? Well, I just want to thank everybody for joining us on our very first live stream here at the LastingBuild channel. Hopefully we'll do a lot more. And
What are you doing?
anyways, I think we'll call it quits from there, guys. Thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you guys in the next video.